He taught me how to hunt, how to hide my human scent during the full moon, and when I got my first period, he'd awkwardly gone red in the ears while buying pads for me in the human town. He was 18 that year. I was 13. Back then, apart starting from that day.
Kale, I want you. Selene, I'm your uncle.
Uncle, mark me. Please, I love you.
For 6 months, every single night, that wolf was my Uncle Kale.
Say it. Say you love me, Kale. Tell me you love me too.
Kale was the guy I'd liked since I was little. In real life, I had to hide my feelings for him. I drowned in that forbidden pleasure. But that night, the him in my dream turned super savage like he wanted me dead. I snapped awake, gasping for air. Just a dream again. I had been having these taboo dreams for 6 months now. Maybe it was time for them to end. If he ever found out the truth, he would absolutely hate me. The next day was the real blood moon night. The old alpha told me to bring Kale some packed documents. I got to Kale's door. It was unlocked, but I didn't expect that when I opened the door, I'd be walking right into last night's nightmare. Kale was on the ground, eyes blood red. His silver-white wolf shadow was thrashing wildly on the wall. His shirt was ripped open. His collarbone and chest were covered in scratches, all from himself. The smell of shadow potion was in the air, spicy. It stung my nose. Shadow potion was the most intense drug out there. It was a banned substance in the werewolf world. Anyone who took it would completely lose their mind, leaving with nothing but pure, primal lust.
Selene. Take off your clothes. Now.
You're my uncle!
I say now!
His eyes were savage and dangerous. His hands gripped my waist so hard that I cried out. He panted heavily right by my ear, his voice hoarse and barely audible.
Why is it you? Why is it always you?
I didn't know what he was asking. The next morning, he woke up beside me. The effects of the shadow potion had faded, but he could still smell the faint scent lingering in the air.
You're disgusting. You drugged me, didn't you? You threw yourself at me on purpose, right?
I didn't.
Don't you dare think just because we slept together I'd ever want you.
Put your clothes on. I'm telling my father about this. Just wait.
The old alpha found out everything. He made us get married, but I didn't expect it to end like this. On our wedding night, he threw me into the underground arena.
This bitch.
I was slammed hard onto the ground.
It's all yours tonight.
1, 2, 3, more and more wolves lunged at me. I fought back with everything I had, but there were too many of them. Then I saw Kale. He was sitting beside Leora in the best seat in the arena, looking down at me with a cold smirk. I sank into utter despair, then spotted the wine barrels nearby. I used every last bit of strength I had to break free and kicked over a few barrels. Then I grabbed the torch that was mounted behind me. Then they swallowed the entire arena. I thought I was going to die, but when I opened my eyes again, I had been reborn to the day before the blood moon.
I was reborn.
18 years ago, old Alpha found me abandoned in a snowstorm. He said it was the moon goddess's will, so I grew up in the werewolf territory. My foster uncle Kale was the strongest warrior in the Silver Moon Pack. He taught me how to hunt, how to hide my human scent during the full moon, and when I got my first period, he'd awkwardly gone red in the ears while buying pads for me in the human town. He was 18 that year. I was 13. Back then, I still didn't know what it meant for my heart to race. Later, I found out, and I couldn't hide it anymore. His name filled every page of my diary. Later, on the diary was found by my most trusted friend at school, Leora. Everything began to fall apart starting from that day.
Kale, I want you. Selene, I'm your uncle. Aren't you ashamed of writing this stuff?
We're not blood related.
That still makes me your elder.
That same night, she became his girlfriend. I cried for a whole month. I hated how weak I was in my past life. I hated that I loved such a disgusting man, but in this life I am done crying.
Never again.
I let go of the curtains and calmed myself down. Selene, your revenge starts right now. I went downstairs. The old alpha was waiting in his study, just like before.
Selena, take these files to Kale.
He looked at me as he handed over the papers.
You look pale.
I'm fine, Grandpa.
I cried all my tears in my past life. In this life, I just wanted to watch them fall into their own trap. I holding the document and pushed the door open.
Selena, unbutton your clothes.
Laura will be here soon to help you. She's your best cure.
I didn't expect him to freeze when he heard that.
I'm begging you! I'm begging you! Save her! Save her! Save my Elena!
Kyle, in the next life, let's not find each other again.
Alpha Kale returned from crushing a rogue pack in the Western Territories, bringing another Omega home with him. The Night Fang estate gates opened. I knelt at the front as his Luna, my knees pressed against the stone.
You're the Luna? Elena?
I didn't raise my head. I saw the hem of her dress and the silver bell around her ankle. Kale reached toward me. I thought he was going to help me up. He pulled the moonstone necklace from around my neck and tossed it to her. That necklace was my mother's heirloom, whatever. His riding crop lifted my chin. I met his eyes. He stared at me.
Not crying?
His mouth curved.
Not causing a scene?
I shook my head. My father and brother were locked in prison. Whether they lived or died depended on him. His hand dropped to the top of my head. He patted it, like patting an obedient dog.
Good girl. This is what Kale Nightfoot's mate should look like.
Years ago at the Northern Territory camp, he stood in front of me exactly like this, covered in blood, eyes burning.
I, Kale Nightfang, will make you my mate.
He pressed a wolf fang into my palm.
This fang is my claim token.
I wore that fang for 4 years against my skin until I stopped feeling it. The first night Kyle returned to the estate, I was expected to wait for him in his room. That was the rule. He finally came, held my chin, and looked at me. I forced a smile. He shoved my face away.
That smile looks worse than crying.
He turned and walked to the west wing. A silver bell rang through the night. The woman cried hard. I'd heard she already had someone in her own pack. Now she'd been given to the Night Fang pack to seal a truce. Of course she didn't want this. The next morning, he ordered me to come treat his wounds. The bed had already been straightened. A silver bell lay on the pillow.
Wild and untamed. But there's a certain fun in breaking them in.
I kept my eyes down and applied the salve.
Not like you. First night you were stiff as a board. No fun at all.
I didn't say anything. That night, my father and elder brother were shackled and taken to the prison. What did he expect?
I'm done with the medicine.
He yanked me back onto the bed and pressed down over me.
Don't play the noble act with me. When you were on your knees in front of me begging me to take you as my Luna, you weren't acting so high and mighty then.
His fingers moved to the back of my neck. They stopped on an old scar. He rubbed it slowly. I drew a small breath.
Look at that. Already reacting?
He smiled, careless, mocking. That scar, he'd left it the year he'd pulled me out of a rogue wolf attack. Now he used it to taunt me.
Open your eyes.
The tears I'd been holding back spilled over.
Humiliating, isn't it? Does it hurt your pride? You think you're still the daughter of Beta Damon? Think you can still make that face at me?
I pressed my lips together hard. The tears came anyway. He lost interest. He laughed coldly and got up.
When your father and brother are being beaten in that rogue wolf attack, do you think they're holding it together as well as you? I can let them live, but whether they leave that prison cell or not depends on when the Beta Demon's daughter learns to satisfy me.
He moved to leave. I lunged and grabbed his sleeve. I grabbed so hard I lost my balance and rolled off the bed. My mouth hit the footboard.
I've been out of line. Please don't be angry, Alpha.
The full moon is close, Kai. Can you let me bring my father and brother one meal? Just one bowl.
Kai. I hadn't called him that in a long time. At 16, Kyle was the youngest warrior in my father's army.
Kai. Take me out to run on the hills.
He used to carry me across the hills in wolf form while I laughed against his back.
Don't let go. You'll fall.
No, I won't. Kai will catch me.
I looked up now and tried to find even a trace of that boy in his eyes.
Just once. Is that okay?
He looked down at me for a long time.
Fine.
My eyes lit up.
As long as you teach that new girl to be just as well behaved as you.
I pushed open the door to the west wing. Ayla was curled in the corner of the bed like a trapped animal. The pride from our first meeting dropped away.
Luna, please! Let me go. I was taken by force. I don't want to fight you for anything. If you won't free me, then why are you here?
He sent me to talk to you.
Talk to me?
To convince you to behave. To accept your place as his seventh mistress.
Her eyes filled with contempt.
You're telling me to submit to him? That's your alpha?
Yes.
Are you out of your mind? Have you no shame? You have none.
But I do.
The slaps kept coming. I counted them. 3, 4, 5. That is enough. Enough to earn a visit to my father and brother. She tired herself out and dropped to the floor, face in her hands, crying.
Use this on the bruises. They'll fade faster. He likes to see women cry. But if you cry too hard, he gets bored.
She stared at me, stunned.
What are you trying to do?
Teach you how to survive. Is he a good man?
Who?
The one you loved back in your pack?
Of course he is.
How good?
There's no point telling you. You're just a bitter woman locked away in a big house. What would you know?
Ash and I grew up together. He'd ride with me chasing sunsets. We'd lie out and watch the moon and count the stars. You've never had any of that. Not in your whole life. I didn't always live locked away.
Before I was 16, I lived on the northern border. Snow mountains, open plains, wind you could run after and never catch. And kale.
That year I wandered too far during a hunt. I got lost.
By the time I realized what had happened, I was trapped. A hostile pack closed in from every side.
Then what? Then Kale came. He searched for 3 days and 3 nights. No food, no sleep. When he found, a rogue wolf had me by the back of the neck. He had only one blade. He threw himself at them anyway. He pulled me out of those jaws. I'd lost too much blood. I passed out. He thought I was dead. He was crying as he carried me back. When he couldn't carry me anymore, he crawled. His hands tore open. His knees wore down to bone. He called my name the whole time.
Helena. Sister.
Past life. Sister gave me cursed witch necklace. Stole my strength. Stole my health.
3 days from now, moon god altar. Her position's yours.
Last of all, they wanted my life.